Ooh. Did that start off with my cough?
Still there. The lingering cough of Michael Steinhauer. Welcome back to the Maximum Chillage podcast. I'm Chewy Sanchez, and with me as always,
I'm Tiki Mike.
Tiki Mike walks in, flustered.
Flustered? I wouldn't say flustered.
He was discombobulated.
I wouldn't say that. I was about almost 30 minutes late.
He's 30 minutes late, and he wouldn't tell me why, but he's promised that he would tell me on the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So go ahead.
So I sent you a text about 5 minutes late saying extenuating circumstances.
He was supposed to be here at 7. It's 7:27.
Yeah. Well, you see, that's not even a half an hour late.
No.
Anyways, I was driving over here. I was coming down Bethel. I was making a ride onto, what is that, 9th Street, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever the fuck
Sure.
that high school's on. And there is a child in the road.
What?
There is a child in the road.
How old are we
holding
talking?
Didn't say a word the whole time I was there.
Oh.
Like
Continue.
1.5,
Continue,
2,
please.
at the oldest, 2. But kids that are 2 years old usually talk. Maybe she was just shocked. She was out in her socks and her pajamas, running, or she's standing in the middle of the road. Is what happened. Like if I had gone any further, I would have hit her.
Oh.
She apparently had just been missed by another car being hit from the other side.
How do you
and
know
she was
this?
carrying a fucking stuffed animal of a fucking sheep or a fucking little lamb. Anyways, this lady comes running, she scoops her out and she takes her to the side of the road, and I roll down the window. I'm like, are you okay? She's like, I don't know whose this child is. And we're like, holy shit. Like, you know, as I pulled over, and the other car that had just almost hit her from the other side had pulled over, an older lady. So then we're like, well, where did she come from? Well, she came running from down this direction. I don't know.
Over by the apartments.
By the apartments,
Okay.
yeah. And she didn't want to get the, I still have that cough.
We'll
Yeah.
talk about that in a little bit.
Oh, for sure. So she went over to the apartments and started knocking on a couple of the doors, you know, saying, hey, do you recognize this child? Which could also be kind of shaky, you know. Some sketchy-ass person's like, oh, yeah, that's mine.
True.
And then, you know what I mean? I was kind of scared about that, too. But, yeah, so, man, this fucking child is running around loose in the nighttime and just almost gets hit twice. And I still think about a squirrel that I hit about 8 years ago.
Oh, my God.
Now, if this child had whether died or just horribly disfigured because I hit them,
It would have died.
I think I would not recover from something like that.
You're already on the brink of not recovering.
I'm already on the brink. I just need an excuse. I just need one excuse to let go. Anyways, yeah, man.
So did that all get resolved?
It did. One of the people that answered the door called the apartment manager.
You didn't call the cops?
No, we didn't call the cops.
You should have, man.
There's different situations, man. Sometimes kids, you know, if it was some fucking drug addict, like if we found them and they were a drug addict, it would have been like, yeah, call the fucking cops. This kid needs to get out of this fucking house. No, that wasn't the situation. Sometimes, you know, somebody's taking a shower or something. The kid just gets out. Anyways, the manager came out and she didn't recognize the child, so she was actually going to call the cops. She was dialing it. Then we hear this guy yelling the child's name, and we go around the corner, and this guy is hobbling out. Yeah, it was an old guy. He was a grandfather.
Oh.
He was hobbling because he has a back injury. The manager knew who he was and knew who the grandmother was.
Dull the pain.
The grandmother was at the store. Apparently he had just fallen and he was trying to get up when she apparently took off.
Likely story.
I don't know, man. I had to help him back into the apartment. Like, he didn't ask for it. He was only wearing one slipper, and he was fucking. Oh, he almost broke down crying.
He almost killed his random child.
Yeah. As soon as they kept on telling him that, like, oh, she almost got hit, and then. Well, actually, his biggest concern was about how his wife was going to kill him.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, man. And
This is a lesson to all you people playing Pokemon Go while you drive.
Oh, dude, honestly, man. If I was... Because sometimes I'm texting you while I'm taking that corner saying, hey,
almost
bitch,
there.
almost
5 minutes.
there. or my
what do you want from the store?
go-to?
What kind of chips do you want?
Honestly, that's my breaking point, or my fork in the road. Whether I decide to head to 7-Eleven to pick up some beer and chips for this podcast, or if I'm just heading straight to your place. So yeah, man, it's just fucking crazy, man. You never know. Fucking. I feel like
interesting things don't always happen to Michael Stein.
No,
but when
they do,
they're outlandish.
I just feel like I shouldn't text anymore. I am guilty of texting and driving all the time. The lady that actually initially saw her running down the street and first stopped to flag down the other car to stop her from hitting her. She was, I was on the phone and I was talking to my mom. What if she was on that side of the street?
What was the
when she was
kid
on
doing
the phone?
during all this? Just like nonchalant? Just
Nonchalant. Dropped her lamb a couple times. Gave her little stuffed lamb. But yeah, man, it's fucking crazy. Yeah. Fucking, I left, they were gonna, the landlord and the first lady that was stopped, were gonna stay until the grandmother got home. But yeah, and she was fucking crazed, like she didn't even remember that her car was still running. And I was like, do you want me to grab your keys then and like bring it to you because it's still running? And she just like that wasn't even in her mindset. Yeah. It's just crazy, man. Fucking people, you need to stop texting. You need to also watch your fucking grandchildren.
This is part of Mike's Do Better 2018.
Yes, Tiki Mike trying to do better, trying to get everybody else to do better along with them.
So, I'm taken back by this because I wasn't expecting it to be that cool of a story. Usually when you tell me that you're late, you're waiting on your fucking food to be ready in the microwave or something.
That's got to be an intense situation. Do I waste time getting paper towels to put over it so it doesn't make the microwave dirty? Or do I forgo that and throw caution to the wind and just throw it in there? And then once it's hot, do I wait for it to cool down, or do I burn my tongue and create a callus there so that I can continually
That's how I got in trouble
drink
one
hot
time.
Coffee and eat hot food?
Remember that time I got kicked out of catechism for stealing a Simpsons joke?
Oh yeah, I remember that joke. Yeah.
It had to do with the microwave. And heating up food. Speaking of jokes, our friend John Fernandez is performing tonight before us. Not that we're performing tonight. He's performing before we ever perform, because he's going to be performing at Grog's Irish Pub. And not that it matters. Not they're making an announcement. We're on live on air. Live on it tonight. The comedy silence of John Fernandez.
Well, if one of our listeners perchance has access to a time machine or some fortune teller wizard on the dock, they can come back to tonight.
So if we do go tonight, this was a discussion that I had with Michael. I was like, I don't know if I want to go. It starts at 9:30. And Mike's like, what are you?
Well, no, because you used to give me that speech all the fucking time.
How old are you?
That's exactly what you would fucking say. I'm about
20,
to say that.
28 years old.
Yeah, 28's not fucking old, dude.
Done, dude.
It's not actually old.
Working 40 hours plus a week.
Oh.
It's too much, dude.
Oh.
Working till 7 p.m. tomorrow.
Oh.
I wish I could just highlight things all day, bro. Speaking of people.
Who's people?
My people. Daniel Bearden. Shout out to Daniel Bearden. He gave me some good positive encouragement. The guy who makes our logo.
Yeah. Okay, that's who I thought.
Yeah, Erupt the One.
I never heard his
Daniel Bearden
last name.
Shout out to Daniel. He gave me some good encouragement. He snapped that he was listening to our podcast. He was snapping the car radio but he has one of those new car radios that I think yours has one of those where it shows you the image.
Screen, yeah.
So it showed us our logo on there, and he was listening to our podcast, laughing his ass off, at a point to where I didn't think it was even that funny, and I was like, you know what, we're doing something right, because that wasn't even to me the funny part of the podcast. So good. Shout out to people thinking we're funny. But would you go on tonight? Say there's like John Tanks.
No, I can't.
I think he's going to. John, I don't have a lot of confidence in you, dude. You told me there's a lot of dick jokes in there. I don't know how that goes over with people.
I will say his Instagram needs to be marketed so much more, because he has some gold.
Funny.
He has some gold in some of those videos. Some of those videos I have watched on repeat. Like I have gone back to his page.
He has some good videos.
On random days where I'm just like sitting at home, and I have looked up his Instagram to find the very specific videos where I laughed my ass off. He has some fucking gold material. I don't know how well that translates to stand up, but he's a funny dude.
He is a funny guy. But when he told me that they're mostly dick jokes, I don't know if he was joking about that.
You see, but that could be part of his persona. I mean, a comedian is almost just creating a persona.
He's the new Bobcat Goldthwait.
Oh man, dude!
So, I wish we could get him on the phone right now. I mean, we could if we wanted to.
Could.
Yeah.
Dang. Could have had that set up.
I could have. We could just keep talking and I'll figure it out as we go.
For sure.
This week, it's a big week.
What's a big week?
For retail stores.
Is it?
It's a Valentine's week. And I know, I don't know if you're a fan of it. Are you a fan of Valentine's Day? I don't know if you have anything against it. Do you have a vendetta against anything?
I have no vendetta against Valentine's Day.
I just wanted to lick that. I have a rock salt lamp.
I know, dude.
Pretty good.
I mean, wait, are those actually salty?
Yeah.
I don't want to lick it.
It's a pink salt, Himalayan pink salt.
Oh, we refer to this pink salt in your in the podcast.
You sell Himalayan pink salt at your store.
Well, yeah,
to eat,
yeah,
for consumption,
to consuming.
It's actually really good.
I'd like to go into one of those little caves. They look dope, man.
I've never seen one.
No, Where they get that shit?
I don't understand how this shit is so cheap. I bought this for $3.99, and you would think that it was from the Himalayas, and you got to go to a special cave to get it.
I don't even think that's 100%
Himalayan
pink salt composite. You know what I mean?
What about the one that you buy to eat? You think it's really from the Himalayas?
I don't know, man. They have people to source all that shit. I don't know, dude. But
I'm saying, lick my lamp?
I mean, dude, I'm still dying.
I know,
slightly, not really. I don't even feel it. It just comes out every now and then. Yeah,
it's just there.
It's just been there for 2 weeks of just. It's just this little tickle in
back to I was gonna say the Olympics.
Comedy?
We'll get back to that. No, Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, Valentine's Day. Yeah, I don't give a fuck, man. Valentine's Day is whatever. Like, I mean, why would I hate on?
A lot of people hate on it.
A lot of people do.
Even people who are in relationships.
You know what I think it is? No, I know. I think what it is that I think people in relationships have even more of a reason to hate on it. And I think it's because it builds a pressure point sometimes. I think it creates I mean, I understand why people don't like it.
I'm not a cheesy gift giver. And it feels like this whole thing is about revolves around cheesy gifts, like stuffed animals.
That's if you're gonna go for that.
But like, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
for like
Christmas,
like a sentimental, romantic.
Christmas doesn't
gift.
have like an aisle. It has like a theme of decorations.
Dude,
but
there's a ton
gifts are like aplenty.
There are tons of terrible gifts for Christmas
that
are just as cheesy. I mean,
but this is like the quintessential gift for Valentine's Day is chocolates and flowers.
Well, you're saying you never gave a stuffed Santa in his boxers that dances and sings a song?
I've never given a decoration.
I'm not saying that
I've never given a decoration,
but I'm
for Christmas.
saying that's always in the aisles. I'm saying somebody is buying it. Somebody is buying it.
If you're buying somebody a decoration, then you need to stop listening to this podcast right now and go do better. For $19.99, you can buy Michael Steinhauer's "Do Better 2018."
No, it's the Do Better Tiki Mike hashtag. Hashtag Do Better Tiki Mike.
So. I got lucky. Well, not lucky, but I wasn't really thinking about it much. To me, this is too close to Christmas anyway.
Yeah.
But we were just watching. Katie and I were just watching the Olympics, and I think a commercial came on. She says, "We're not celebrating that, are we?" And I was like, "No, I don't think so." She's like, "All right, cool." And that was the end of that. And I think that's great because I don't have to buy the cheesy shit. I don't like chocolate. Flowers are lame. And I've never been a fan.
You don't like chocolate?
No. Oh. Have you ever noticed that about me?
I forgot.
Like,
I usually talk shit on people that don't like chocolate.
We know a guy who doesn't like chocolate.
Yeah, I've talked shit on him all the time.
Mine is more that it has a lot of milk in it. I have dark. I do like sea salt dark chocolate. Mm-hmm. I could get behind that all day. But milk chocolate, it's just not doing it for me. It's an accident waiting to happen, especially. One, I can't have it. 2, it's pretty good. 3, I don't really have any self-control, so it's like I've done the equation. It's like 4 M&Ms.
Wow, dude.
It's like 4 of them. One of them's good.
That's pretty weak.
2 of them's all right.
Sad.
You have 4 of those things? I'm down. I'm down for the count.
Hey, you know what? That's a good thing, though. You know, that did I tell you about that time there was that morbidly obese kid that we went to high school with, who like
had a cane?
Had a cane like a year later after high school. Yeah,
you know what that guy's doing now?
No idea.
He's like suave as fuck, dude.
That's legit.
I saw a picture of him. He has a pretty cute girlfriend for his size.
Oh man,
she's pretty.
Yeah,
she's really attractive. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like she's too good for him. I don't know if he came up on money or what. I'll show you a picture right now.
Okay. Shit.
If I can find
You're always talking shit on me touching shit. You knock your whole fucking mic thing off.
He has 2 names.
Oh, dude, your voice is way too loud now.
He has 2 names.
Yeah, I know he has 2 names. If I can
find one of his names.
Oh, you can show me this later.
He has contacts.
Contacts
that make his eyes into cat eyes.
You're fucking kidding
No,
me.
I'm dead serious right now. I'm dead serious. He has,
oh no,
I'm dead serious, and his hair is slicked back.
Oh, it was slicked back for a while.
Like suave.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's slicked back suave.
Yeah.
His eyes are like, and I think he's like into.
Does he still have a cane?
No.
Oh, because that would be kind of legit with that look, you know.
He's into
cat eyes and
he's into vampire shit now.
Oh yeah, well I think he was into that shit
back then.
He was into fantasy shit. Yeah,
he's into vampire. He's doing better. 2018.
Yeah, man. Well, I just remember walking into a classroom and that I wasn't like in that class, but he was in there, and I saw that fool.
Why are you walking into a class that you don't belong to?
This was in high school, man. You know, you never visited other classrooms during the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, no. I just walk into this classroom. That fool has the party-sized bag of M&Ms. You know, the big thing that you buy to pour into a bowl, into a candy bowl or something, or maybe mix into other shit. The big bag of M&Ms. He has that sitting on his lap, and he's got a big fucking the big gulp, the biggest big gulp you can have, and he's just drinking that soda and alternating between grabbing handfuls of those M&Ms and stuffing it into his mouth and taking other sips of soda, and I was just like amazed, man, because those don't go together. Those are just things that, you know, like he's trying to upkeep his physique, you know, like. And I mean that in not that he's like going to the gym to upkeep his physique. I'm saying there's a level of maintenance at that level where you have to upkeep by consuming things that don't even go together, you know? It wasn't like he was, you know, eating a big bowl of mac and cheese with a soda or...
You work at a restaurant or...
Well, not a restaurant.
You work at a place that serves food.
Yeah, they serve food.
Do you see that all the time, though, right? You see people putting shit together that doesn't go together? Because I used to see that when I used to work at places like that.
Well, I mean... Well, there's not as many options there.
Well, I mean, if you have a chicken bake and a hot dog,
oh yeah, people
with
do
the
that.
Soda,
yeah,
yeah,
people do that.
So when I used to work at Barnes and Noble, this poor guy would come in every morning. Every morning. Do you know what his breakfast was?
Oh, I think I remember you telling me about this guy. You guys had these pizza things, right?
No, not that. Not this guy. It disturbed me this much that I still think about it. And I probably did tell you.
What's that?
He would buy double chocolate cheesecake with a glass of Pepsi.
Oh.
Every morning.
Oh.
And it just, not that, like, I would think I would judge him less if it was like a glass of whole milk, which is still not as good for you as anything.
No, still not good for you, but at least it makes sense. A fucking Pepsi with a fucking...
chocolate cheesecake.
Oh, dude.
Every morning.
Something's wrong with him.
There was also another fellow.
There was trauma in his young life.
You know what he was doing before anybody else was doing?
What's that?
Like the Grubhub thing. Like he started his own business way back when, delivering food from different places.
Oh, okay.
Like he would go pick up your food from Panda for you. And I was like, what a fucking idiot. And now it's a multi-million-dollar industry.
Now they're coupled with Uber.
Yeah, with Uber Eats.
Yep.
But hey, to each his own. What were we talking about, though, with that? Why were we talking about that?
We're talking about Valentine's Day and things that you didn't like. That's what led to chocolates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what are you are you going to buy a heart-shaped pizza?
No,
I am a fan of the heart-shaped pizza, man.
No, I'm working that day. I'm just gonna.
Do you guys
chill.
make heart-shaped pizzas?
Nah,
How many people are gonna
don't,
ask you if you do it?
You know what? I've worked Valentine's Day when I was in the food court there, and no, I think maybe one person has asked. It's not a big question.
Is that something that you could do if you really wanted to?
If we really wanted to, yeah. I mean, you just get the dough and you flatten it, and then you just shape it by hand. Yeah, you can do that. I mean, yeah.
Have you been watching the Winter Olympics?
No. I just saw. I did see the rankings today. We're in what, 5th place right now?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's too early.
It's too early.
Don't count us out yet.
There hasn't been that many events so far.
They shit the bed in curling. Mixed doubles curling. The Hamilton. It's a brother and sister duo. Out of Madison, Wisconsin.
That's weird.
It is kind of weird.
Imagine their whole life together, just being about like.
Well,
hey, bro. Hey, sis.
So
just like
I was thinking that, but
practicing curling.
That is weird.
Since they were like teenagers.
That's not as weird as the other one that I saw.
What's that?
Ice. They were ice figure skaters.
Yeah.
A couple. Brother and sister.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
You gotta touch your sister.
Oh yeah.
Grab them, and
it's kind of an intimate.
It's like a sexual kind of.
Both are wearing spandex.
Dance.
It's just weird.
They also have a YouTube channel together.
I feel like you're gonna tell me some weird video where they're just like doing stuff on their off. I'd like to see what they do on their off time.
I think they're always training. I think when you're that kind of hard body, you're always training. I don't know if you're training for the sex in the Olympics or you're training for your actual sport, but I mean, hard bodies are hard bodies, man. Hashtag, if you want to get on Mike's hard body regimen, it's a hashtag do better hard body 2018. Mike will help you out with that. He'll set you up with the whole plan. But yeah, so I've been watching the Olympics, and I think the surprise of the Olympics so far for me, not surprise, but something I've never seen that I'm actually kind of into. It's the cross-country skiing where they do shooting at the end.
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking...
It's a pretty dope sport. Yeah.
I really like it.
I remember watching that when I was younger.
Dominated by Eastern European countries, and absolutely no Americans are good at it whatsoever, which you think they would be, but I guess there's not a lot of...
Nah, man. When you're out hunting trolls in in Norway and stuff, you gotta be prepared with that fucking gun and going skiing and troll hunting, and they have goblins and all kinds of weird shit in their folklore. So you have to imagine that at least some of that shit's real, and they gotta be prepared for it. Hey, I was watching a really bad Russian 80s movie. It was called Jack Frost. I don't know why it was called Jack Frost, but it was based on some fucking Russian folklore. But this guy, he's all kind of arrogant. He's like handsome and he's like, good at everything that he does. And for some reason, he doesn't listen to this little mushroom wizard. Like, he's like a little mushroom wizard guy. And the mushroom wizard guy is trying to guide him, and he doesn't listen to him. And so he ends up like being arrogant and shit, and trying to find the love of his life. And then he ends up turning into a bear man. Like, he was just a bear creature. It was a really bad bear head prosthetic. Like, I mean, the mouth didn't even move, if I remember right. But yeah. And it's just him scaring away villagers.
And this is what happens when I go and charge my phone is I let him have the mic. And look, it's a terrible idea.
Hey, man, everybody wants to hear about the bear guy. And what I want to know, because I didn't finish the movie.
Over there.
I still want to know why he's
trying to charge my phone, and I'm thinking, why do I leave him alone on the mic?
What, man? Dude, people want to know about the mushroom wizard.
What's happening there?
Whoa, yeah, what is that?
We're talking too loud.
I hope that's not what it was.
Whoa, my LinkedIn's going nuts.
Dude, it's spiking, man. Is it? No?
No, I don't think
so. I
hope
hope not.
Well, no, just right there. So,
sorry about the coughs, guys.
It's okay, dude. No,
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about to the listeners.
I'm addicted to that. I'm kind of addicted
weird.
to that. So, Logan Paul's back, right?
Yeah, well, after for a short period of time.
After making amends with the YouTube community, saying sorry about his imp. Did you hear what he did now?
If anybody thought that was sincere, I saw his little video about suicide prevention, about how he was going to do better.
But did you just see what he just did?
I saw the rat thing?
Yeah.
The rat thing and the fish CPR?
Yeah, he comes back and he just acts a fool one more time.
Yeah, I mean, did anybody think that he wasn't going to do anything different than that?
I really thought he was going to do better.
No, dude. I mean, he's a
Hashtag
fucking...
do better.
No, man. I mean, Logan Paul... Logan Paul?
Yeah.
Logan Paul? What's his brother's name? Jake Paul. Yeah, Logan Paul, man. I mean, he's a fucking fool, man. Like, he's ridiculous, and I mean, he was never going to be anything different.
He got unmonetized off of YouTube.
Yeah.
Which
$1 million a week?
Yeah.
Right?
No, I think it was like 40,000 a video. Or 400,000?
400,000.
I think so. Something like that. He makes an insane amount off of each video.
Well, I thought I remember hearing that his income right now was averaging about $1 million a week.
I just don't want to hear that, so I'll just say that's too astronomical, but it's probably true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that guy's
we're over
gonna
here
still
on
recover.
Maximum Chillage, still trying to make $1. We're at 95 cents right now.
Hey, here's the thing. Even with his demonetization from YouTube ads, he was still going to be making money on all the merchandise. So he can still be uploading videos, being demonetized from the ads. And I'm sure the majority of his money was still coming from all those kids buying the fall shirts or whatever.
We have one logo. And I feel like we can market that as like a shirt or something.
Yeah.
But these people are millionaires. Yeah. And they can't hire a decent graphic designer. Like, all of their shit is so generic.
Yeah, but all the people that are buying it are generic ass people.
But you would think
it's generic because all the people
in your shit.
Dude, he's a generic ass person that got famous. He's not very...
His logo or his brand is Maverick.
I think I've seen it, yeah. Dude, what I'm saying is that he's a generic person. His fan base is probably pretty generic. I don't think that they're, about doing it for the culture and streetwear.
Doing it for the clout,
you know what I
bro.
mean? Like, yeah. I don't think that they're either high-end Gucci shit or low-end, skater streetwear that's still dope. I don't think that the type of people that are his fans are into that shit. And I mean, do you remember what the brands that we wore when we were kids, like Quicksilver and all that kind of shit? It's pretty weak ass shit when you look at it.
I don't think that back then it was as weak.
I think
what was out there?
We bought into the labels of
what was out there that good though.
I don't know, man.
Like, what was out there that was better than that?
I don't know.
And I mean, the only reason that we bought that, I don't know why you bought it. It was bought for me by my parents at God
I guess that's the same. I don't think I actually specifically asked for.
Hey, Mom, give me some. Well, funny story about that. The reason why we might have had so much is Quicksilver actually was distributed right here out of Sander. They had a distribution center, or like
no way.
Yeah, like
I didn't know that.
I think a lot of their shit was printed here in Sander. They had their whole over there by where House of Pendragon is now. One of those
in the industrial park.
There was also a Disney thing there.
Don't they still do that?
I think they might.
They still do the park benches in Disneyland.
That's just a park bench thing. That's something totally different. This was like actual merch that they were making for Disney at right here in Sander. But I think that's why we had so much Quicksilver. But back then, I don't think we were like
clout minded.
We weren't doing it about the clout.
Weren't doing it for the culture.
I work for a pro sports team, and Gabe Malero called me today because he's a member of our. He bought a season ticket.
Oh, cool!
And he's like, that I don't want the season ticket. And I was like, well, he's like, I just did it for the clout, bro. I just want to be known as the first wave of season tickets, and I completely believe him.
Yeah,
he was telling me that he's gonna go watch a guy named Kuko this Saturday. Kuko is apparently a hipster kid who plays oldies style music, like 90s, made in 97.
No, wait, hold on a second. Like, he's a DJ, or he
produces it and then sings to it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so he's gonna go watch this Kuko guy, and he's like, you should go watch him. He's like a hipster, but he plays oldies. I was like, all right,
okay,
check out Kuko, everybody.
Hey, another group
CUCO, I think
that plays fucking shit like that. Have you ever seen The Box from Fresno?
No.
Fresno band? called The Box. Remember The Box when we were kids?
Yeah, The Box, the TV,
the music
brand
channel.
show.
Yeah, on like regular TV.
Yeah, the channel. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that the fucking band.
It was you had to call in so the next video would play.
A lot of the times you voted. There was that
so
show
mad all the time.
where,
Dude.
yeah,
I was
it's like why is Limp Bizkit not winning?
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, dude.
But I think that early on in life, I realized that I was less of a doer. Because never when something was losing did I decide to get on the phone and try to make it win.
Yeah, same.
I would just let it happen. Just be mad about it.
Yeah, man. Well, this band, they play 90s fucking. It's a female vocalist, and they just play 90s fucking hip hop and R&B, and they're actually super, super dope. They're like really fun to watch. I didn't even know that they were still playing, but I heard something on the radio that they're playing some show coming up. I don't even know what the fuck it is, some event. But
they're local?
They're local. Yeah. I want to go check them out.
Take them.
Oh, dude, they're really good. Like they are really good, man.
I'll take your word for it. I mean, I won't because I don't know where my fidget spinners went for my desk here to keep Michael occupied, but he decided to take it upon himself to use the spinner part of the lighter as his fidget spinner.
Yeah, I mean, am I lighting the lighter? No, man. Am I causing any havoc? I almost lit this Duff golf ball on fire. Then I said, nope, you know what?
It's a collectible, Michael.
I'll leave that alone. I'll just spin this over and over.
That's a collectible.
Well, you know.
So what's going on in the world of Michael?
We hit in the
30-minute mark, and that's usually when I let Michael take the stage. I don't know if he's realized this or not, but that's usually what I do, yeah.
Oh, man. You should have never told me that.
Oh, sorry.
That's just going to be something that I keep conscious now, where I'm just going to be like, oh, shit, the 30-minute mark is coming up. I don't know what to do.
You're like Garth on Wayne's World?
Yeah, dude.
Where they give him the camera?
Dude, I love that. That is absolutely my favorite scene, I think, of both movies.
Garth, just take the camera and then just
and he just starts like leaning back. Yeah. No. Oh, you know what? I finally found out. I have to redact something that we said. It is not Drunk Fantasy Sportscast. The other podcast from Sanger. No, I finally
never claimed to know the name of it.
No, I just because I think that's the name of the link that the guy I follow on his Instagram. I think that's the link that it shows. But it's actually Homebrewed Sports. And so you can find that on iTunes, guys, and it's actually pretty entertaining. I liked it. One of them, I believe, brews his own beer, and then they drink other beers too, and they just have a beer, and talk about sports. That's pretty much what it is. And then other topics come along the way, and so I gave that podcast a listen, because I know that you and I were talking about listening to local podcasts for a little while.
You're supposed to be the moderator of the Central Valley Podcasters.
Well, you still haven't given me any
Facebook.
I have no idea how to even
know how to use
look
Facebook.
It up.
To be honest with you, so I can't help you.
Well, I've never owned a Facebook. Never owned a Facebook.
Oh, I can't
know.
tell you you're missing out on anything because it's a terrible place.
It sounds bad.
So all social media to me is dying.
Well, I think it's just that you're older. I think social media is more popular than ever.
The Snapchat update is just
I didn't update it.
Piece of shit.
I just didn't update it. I don't want to do it.
It doesn't make any sense.
I heard.
Nobody seems to.
Well, I just heard on the news that
I saw that
about Snapchat gaining an upper leg.
I was watching the same newscast as you. That's how behind in the times these old people who are newscasters are. They don't know about the update yet, bro.
No, dude, I think they do. I think these algorithms, whatever the fuck it is, it probably
Michael's name used to be Al Gore Rhythms.
Al Gore Rhythms. That was gonna be my hip hop name, man. Anyways, no, man. Fucking. Where was I going? Dude,
the news said that I'm losing track. Snapchat was really good.
I think no. Well,
they have more people now.
I think that whatever their little format is now probably caters to youth-minded people more, and we are not the youth-minded people anymore.
I don't think
and so I think
I don't think kids like this either. The easier it is to send nudes, the better it is for 18-year-olds. That's it, plain and simple.
I don't even know what point you're making.
It's Snapchat.
I haven't even seen it.
It's not a secret.
I haven't seen it. It just
Snapchat is just for fucking things to disappear that you don't want to be on all the time. People have abused these days with just putting anything. But it used to be just like, look what we're doing, or let's like fucking exclusive for your eyes only, if you know what I'm saying. And then it lost its. Now people are like snapping some fucking, them playing with the spinning part of the lighter.
Well, I like it for a highbrow humor. Only the highest brow of humor.
There's a lot of people on there that I'm not sure if they're just like dumb, or if they're like really smart and they have highbrow humor. But there's a fair amount of people that I follow that are like that, where it's like, I'm not sure if you're trying to be funny or if you're just funny. But there's some people on there that definitely are on that caliber of highbrow humor that you're talking about. But those people, I'm sure they don't like the update.
So you think Snapchat is dead? You think Instagram is dead as well?
Instagram,
even though it seems to be the most popular news when influencers do something on Instagram. I mean, that popularity's got to be there for a reason.
I don't know, man.
Maybe you're not using the app as much.
Maybe
you're not
down.
on there. But I think that what they're doing,
it's just like,
is still catering to the masses
like when I
more.
said Vine sucked, dude. I called it a long time ago. I was like, this thing fucking sucks. Vine made it so that only if you were famous could you get recognition. They killed themselves. So you were just going on Vine to look at fucking the guy from Drake and Josh be a jackass.
Didn't they revamp it?
Apparently, but I've never seen it, so it was a fucking failure.
Was that a failure too?
I'm not sure if it's come back yet. I don't know if that's come back yet.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
It might be on its way back. I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of the tweets that I see. A lot of my favorite tweets are old Vines.
Oh, dude, Vine was great, man. I mean,
but do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
well, I never really used it to create content.
Create anything.
Yeah, I was really only using it to watch random shit.
I mean, it was pretty cool. It was a good idea that was poorly executed, and I feel like that's what's happening to Instagram. It's like only if you are the person with 100,000 followers are you going to be successful on this thing. Otherwise, I feel like regular people are starting to dwindle down. Like, I don't think a lot of people are using it as much anymore to post. I think people use it to troll a lot.
I think people use it to troll a lot,
and to alert a lot.
And that is the most effective use for the app, really.
Yeah,
because
they use it to sell things.
They use it to advertise and sell, and I think that's what the goal always was.
For many, many years, it went without any advertisements, and then all of a sudden, I can't scroll 2 pictures without seeing an advertisement.
Hey, you know what I like?
You can say something, when you say something and then it's on your phone.
What are you talking about?
When you're like, man, I could sure use some bullshit.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, I was talking about ceiling fans one day because Katie needs a ceiling fan. All of a sudden, I've never looked one up on my phone.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't care about those ceiling fans.
There's some secret ass shit going on. Yeah, no.
There is.
The Alex Jones in me comes out.
Why do you think why did I conveniently place my camera right towards my bed? Just because I have that voyeuristic.
Just getting all kinky in your bed, hoping somebody's watching on the other side. Oh, weird.
And we've all been there. Alex Jones, you're talking about the ads.
The ads, yeah. You ever Googled a name that you just read on like some news story or something?
You're trying to say like a name of a person that you admire on the internet.
No, just some name that should have no meaning to you before you read some article or something. Like, let's say you're reading some article on Vice on Snapchat or something, and then all of a sudden you're like, who the fuck is this person? Like, like that the article mentions. And so you try to Google some information, and then all of a sudden their name is coming up, and they're not even that popular. Like, somehow they're just trending now. Maybe because of the article,
when you said that,
I don't know, man.
When you said that, it made me remember the time that we went to a mutual friend of ours' house in high school.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
We went to a mutual friend of ours in high school, and it's back when there was desktops that like were prevalent. Those were the only means. We had to get on his desktop to like look up something or something, and I typed in the first letter of whatever I was looking.
Yeah,
and like one of the
girl in high school
that we went to school with, he had her name in his computer. Like, he Googled her, like, hoping that her news were going to show up on Google. So then I was like, why the fuck is her name in your computer, dude? She's like, she wanted me to look up her house.
Yeah, she wanted to look up
where you a real estate agent? You're looking her up on Zillow? You look up an address, dude. You look up a name.
You know. I mean, can I blame him? Could I not say that eventually we would all do the same thing at some point? Or something very similar? I can't put this guy on the cross and crucify him, Chewy. I think we've all Googled a name. He just got caught. He just didn't know how to delete history. You know what I mean? Delete those cookies and shit. You know, like I can't blame him. I'm not gonna sit here and ridicule and cast stones that should be thrown at me at the same time.
Yeah,
you know, so that's why people just got to watch out with what they're doing. You know, everything is traceable now. But yeah, man.
Anything else happening in the world of Midwell?
You know, not a lot. You know, I'm just like chilling a lot. You know what? I have to redact something else. You know, we couldn't figure out what the beer name was. The beer expert name. It's a Cicerone. Cicerone, and a sommelier is the wine expert. I just felt like I had to throw that out there. That I'm actually gonna. I didn't listen to our better by. I didn't listen to our podcast.
That's good that you can remember these things because I don't remember. But
I feel like we should, you know, we do better on this program. You know, we can't be these fucking Philistines. You know, uncultured, not knowing what we're talking about. You know, we got to make a show. That's what do you think about that? Do you think that this show should help educate people?
Yeah, I feel as if you should do that because you end up like my mom otherwise, where she just is reposting things on Facebook that have no validity to them, and I had to go and I had to be like, hey, this is not true. You need to delete that right now.
Oh, like news?
Yeah,
fake news.
She's a fake newser.
Ooh.
She will post fake news all day long, and it's like, where did you see that? Well, I saw it on Facebook. Well, it's not true. You need to go delete that. You look like a darn fool, Mom.
Does she actually go and delete them?
She'll go and delete it, yeah.
Oh, she does?
Yeah. She'll go and delete it.
You see, that's just as bad, though. I would almost start just leaving it because I feel like I don't want to build that reputation of being the person that constantly posts and deletes.
She has the darn fool reputation.
Has that ever caused a rift with people she knows, her posting things?
I'm sure, because she follows a lot of people who aren't of political mind that she is, because of work and stuff. So she unfollows a lot of people and stuff. Sometimes she'll post some really stupid shit, and I'll just leave a meme of rolling eyes. And I think that's how she gets that's sometimes how she'll get the
indicator of
she should probably delete it.
Maybe I should do more research before I.
She does zero research.
You know, that's actually that's now being taught in schools now is how to analyze what is a real article, like which is good and bad. You know, could actually be kind of
shit when we were in school.
Scary.
Don't use Wikipedia.
Well, yeah, I know. But
that was so stupid, by the way.
What?
Wikipedia is pretty right most of the time.
Most of the time.
I think I've seen one thing. Weird shit on Wikipedia.
I've seen a ton of shit on Wikipedia. I have spent hours on hours on Wikipedia. I realized
who was teaching me in high school when I looked at the people who are teachers now. It's like, why did I listen to any of them?
Well, yeah.
They didn't decide to do better. Why should I?
Well, you know, the hashtag Tiki Mike do better hadn't been invented yet. Is it? Should it be
do better Tiki Mike?
Do better Tiki Mike?
I don't know.
Or
you let us
Tiki
know.
Mike do better. I think it's do better Tiki Mike is a better hashtag.
Go on. If you're still listening to this podcast, please go on either our Twitter or Instagram and comment hashtag do better Tiki Mike or hashtag Tiki Mike do better, whichever one you think it is. People actually do that kind of stuff when I ask them to do it, and I like it.
That's so nice.
It's very nice of you people. It's very nice that you listened 44 minutes and 23 seconds. And I want to let you know that we didn't always have this counter up there because I didn't know how to change it from counting down to counting up. So a lot of the times we were just guessing. We were like, yeah, I think that went an hour.
Yeah.
And it was pretty, they were pretty hard times. Yeah, I don't have any, I don't have anything happening other than
you have merchandise now. I see you're wearing even a shirt too. I was looking at the hat.
I got a jersey. I got stuff, dude.
That's cool.
They gave us this whole speech about like social media and stuff, and I'm just not going to divulge it. If you know where I work, you know where I work. We had a whole. We're really new.
Yeah.
So we didn't even have an employee handbook until recently. So I was like, they give us the whole social media talk. And do they give that in other jobs?
Yeah.
They give you that talk? Do they tell you?
Well, I mean, your job, I think, would need it more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I even had shit at Jamba Juice where I was not allowed to be smoking a cigarette with Jamba Juice gear on.
That makes sense, though.
Because Jamba Juice is supposed to be a health-conscious place.
Yeah.
And people did it anyways. They just, walk to their cars and smoke cigarettes.
I worked with a lot of people who smoked cigarettes, and never have they been more appealing to me.
What, cigarettes?
Yeah.
Are you in that high-stress situation now?
I guess.
Do you feel that?
Maybe that's what it is. That what
you just need to take the edge off?
I don't know. I do it with the Red Bulls.
Oh, dude, that's just creating more anxiety within you.
Yeah.
That's terrible. You should cut the Red Bulls and see how you feel. You probably feel a lot better.
I don't know, man. I can't do it without Red Bulls.
It's in your head.
I don't need it to be a Red Bull. It could be any caffeine drink.
How about we get you on Nicorette gum?
Is there caffeine in there?
No. It has nicotine, and it has all the same effects as like caffeine. And
is that habit forming?
Yes.
The gum?
The gum is habit forming. Yes. There's this.
How does it get you to stop?
Because it's there's less nicotine in there, and you can buy some that has less nicotine. So the idea is to wean yourself off of it, over time. But some people just stick with the gum, and actually, it's supposed to be almost there's like health benefits to just chewing the gum, anyways.
What?
Well, yeah. I mean, nicotine isn't harmful. It's just very addictive. It's all the other shit, the tar and shit that's harmful. The nicotine itself is not bad for you. It's just the addictive thing that they put in there.
The more you know.
The more you know.
Yeah, but it's a lot of people are smoking, and it's like sometimes I'm just like, let me have one of those.
Hey, you know what?
Let me bum one of those off you.
I know all the bad things about cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
I never was a smoker. I only had cigarettes when I was drinking. Well, yeah, it was only when I was drinking, and I think I've bought 2 packs of cigarettes my whole life. And one was when I was in Vegas, and it would seem like a good idea at the time.
I was always a backwoods smoker.
Oh, well, those, yeah.
Occasionally.
Dude, they're actually horse shit now, if you try them.
Were they not as good?
We were just 18, and yeah, and we were like,
nothing was as good as a backwood.
This one is great flavored.
Honey.
There was the honey.
The honey backwood is what I really enjoyed as an 18-year-old at a junior college.
Yeah. Yep. It was just that there was a smoke shop.
I was when I was younger.
It was just that there was a smoke shop across the street from our junior college.
A lot of stories start with that smoke shop. There's a time where we all went and bought salvia.
Oh, they didn't sell it there. We had to go to Fresno for that.
We went all the way to Fresno to buy salvia?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We went to a smoke shop off of Blackstone.
Was that the beginning and the end of our college careers?
I don't think I ever started college when I really think about it. I think I went to college for a semester where it was serious, and I'm going to like actually take part in these classes and do better Tiki Mike, except it was do better algorithms.
Yeah.
Again,
that's ALGORE as in Al Gore, and then rhythms as in rhythm as music. Algorithms. It's really good. I wish you got it.
Hey,
I wish you could understand.
Yeah, I had to give up that name because I saw that there were other people that started using that as well. Not that I started it. Other people probably thought of that before me. But I saw it as a gamer tag. I think it's still my gamer tag on Xbox. Even though I don't have an Xbox Live anymore, but my gamer tag is still there. I don't know. But yeah, not gonna leave algorithms on that. I don't know what I'm saying.
Last 10 minutes here.
Last 10 minutes?
Are we going to go to this comedy show? How good do you think the comedy will actually be? That's the thing.
Oh, terrible.
It's Monday night.
Terrible.
Do you think it'll be terrible?
I think open mics are a great way. I mean, I think most comedians start off that way.
I went to a mixer the other day.
Uh-huh.
And it just reminded me of this. It's just because I think that they're places for beginners to start. Monday night open mic nights.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're for people who like are overcoming anxiety. Like, this is where he'll go. Like, hey, just go. Nobody. If you're at a bar on a Monday, you're a piece of shit anyway. I was at a mixer, and this guy comes up to me, and he goes, "Oh, yeah, what organization are you with?" And then I'm like, blah, blah, blah. And I said, "Oh, great. Do you find that it's hard to talk to people?" It's like, "Not at all." And he's like, "Well, is it hard for you to talk in front of people?" "No." And he's like, "Here's my card." He's a fucking Toastmasters. It's a thing for people who can't talk in front of people and have trouble speaking to strangers. You pay these people to boost your confidence. It's like they stroke your ego. You pay them to stroke your ego.
No, this guy wasn't there to represent anything other than that.
Yeah, he just goes into...
He just goes to mixers knowing that people will have to speak at these things.
And... Yeah, and he's like... And he just was like, "Well, you know, if you're good at public speaking, we have this thing where and he starts stuttering.
So he's not good.
Hold on. And he goes, "We have to not say filler words. And it's a thing for us to not do filler words. And you would be surprised at how many I used to do before I started." I was like, "Got him." And he felt bad. And he felt he could tell there was so much shame in front of him. He gave me $1.
Dude. Oh, wow.
And I was like, "Keep them coming." I'm sure you're full of fucking filler words.
You know, I know that the few times that I've listened to this podcast, my filler words are terrible.
You have a lot.
I don't know how people listen to this. I just did an right there.
Nobody realizes them. That's what the thing is.
I mean, if you focus on it,
it's right
insane.
now people are going to start focusing on it for the next time being that what filler words we're going to use. And that'll be a good little test for you. There's about 7 minutes left. Try not to use a filler word.
Oh, it's not going to happen.
It's not that hard.
It is hard.
Just got to think about what you're going to say,
No, man,
Michael.
I got these. You see where I'm
there? It is.
Right there. I've got these little dudes inside my brain that are like working against each other constantly. Like, that's what I imagine inside my brain. They're like, "Hey, don't talk about the mushroom wizard guy." And then Chewy's not gonna like you talking about the mushroom wizard guy, and you know they just want to let things out, man. They just want to say what's on my mind. So I'm constantly fighting myself, and I don't think that I can talk fluently. I don't think I would have the Barack Obama speech delivery.
A lot.
Oh, you know what? He does
a lot. It just sounds so eloquent.
He does though. I give him a pass on it. Yeah. I just did too, right there. Yeah. This is now uncomfortable and unpleasant for me to take part.
Should we do like some podcast. Kind of bet tonight? If we go, like, how many
bombs there will be?
Yeah.
All of them will be bombs.
You don't think there's one diamond in the rough?
There might be one diamond in the rough.
You think John Fernandez is that diamond in the rough?
Possibly. I have no idea what his stage presence is like. People are totally different on stage than they are. Well, you know, that Toastmasters guy will tell you. People are different in talking one-on-one than they are talking to a big group. You know, when I was in high school, we had to do a Shakespeare, what was it? It was fucking Caesar, Julius Caesar, right? We had to memorize a speech. I think you were in my class.
Probably.
You had an A, B, or C tier that you can do. Like, if you do the best on your A speech, you got an A.
That class was the first time I saw somebody drop ecstasy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Trying to be inconspicuous. Totally wasn't. Totally very obvious, but the teacher did not notice either way.
We were like juniors.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
Or
sophomores.
sophomores.
Sophomores in high school.
Her name was something that sounded like I'm not going to say her name. I was going to. But she's like sitting there and she drops ecstasy.
It sounds like RC Cola.
Yeah.
If that's not the dead giveaway.
I wonder where she is now.
Her child was roaming the street. I just saw her child and her parent. Her dad apparently has a back surgery thing.
So she takes she takes a pill, right? Her and her friend. And I was like, what'd you guys just do? She's like, E. And I had to act like I knew what that was. I was like, oh, yeah, all right. She's like, you want some? I was like, no, I'll pass. But have fun.
Yeah, it was nice to see that. Well, this class, you had to do the speech. I practiced in front of the mirror.
This class as well.
Huh?
This class as well was the same class where the teacher turned their back and simultaneously every male in the class stands up and throws a piece of paper at another male.
One specific
One
person.
specific person. It's from a fucking cartoon. And he's our good friend Kyle Allen.
You know, back then, didn't you just want to punch him in the face?
I threw a piece of paper at him.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah. We were one of the 10 people throwing a piece of paper at him at that point. I don't know why we all turned against him on that one specific class, but
he was a narc. He would tell her that
he would tell on
people.
Yeah, he deserved it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
So you were standing in front of the mirror.
I did this. I was fucking Matt Damon, man. My delivery was perfect. My fucking hand cues were perfect. I got in front of the fucking class. I froze up, and I said, "I'm sorry," and I walked back to my seat. And
maybe this Toastmasters card.
And yeah. So after the class let out, I recited the words coldly to her, just sitting in the chair. No emotion attached to the delivery at all. Yeah, but I mean, I had all the words memorized. I just couldn't do it the way that I thought. She gave
you a good grade?
Yeah, I got my A or whatever it was.
She was our age, if not younger at the time.
She was like 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Piece of shit. I don't know. If I would have known back then what I know now, I wouldn't have given them any respect.
Do you think age is what dictates respect, or, I mean,
just what they know? They're a bunch of jits. When you look back on it, there was always those stories of them being jits. They're like, oh yeah, I saw them being jits out in public. And it was true. All the stories were true. Yeah, I'm not a fan of public education. If I had to do it all again, I would do it at a private Catholic school.
We had a friend that did that.
Did we?
At least for most of their years until high school. And I don't think anything.
John just said he's next,
came of
so
that.
I don't think we're going to make it.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he just texted us right now. John, if you are listening to this podcast on Friday.
Man, I'm a little let down.
What does he say?
I wanted to go.
I'm going, huh?
I'm going to bomb. Drugs. That means he wants you to be there. He thinks you're on the way.
Shit. Well, John, if you listen to this podcast, we wholeheartedly thought we were going to make it. I thought he said 9:30. I guess he said 8:30. I guess he's the first person on.
Wow.
Well, until next time. Goodbye.